How dare you? You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words. And yet, I'm one of the lucky ones. People are suffering. People are dying. Entire ecosystems are collapsing. We are in the beginning of a mass extinction. And all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you? Apple is one of the most successful companies in the world. They have annual sales of around 250 million US dollar per year. I believe the company can be so successful because Apple has managed to create a closed ecosystem controlling everything from the design to the retail in their supply chain. But this gives them more responsibility about their ethical actions. So I invested in 3 major ethical actions made by Apple, which was privacy, workplace health and safety, and last, the environment, which I'm going to dig deeper into. I think it's really interesting and difficult dilemma how we can support organizational growth and at the same time minimize the effects on the environment. This leads to the question, how can Apple minimize their environmental footprint but at the same time maintain their profits? First of all, Apple has taken several positive environmental actions. All consumers can now recycle their Apple devices, which later on are used to create fully renewable devices. This shows a deep ecological consideration by ensuring that all materials are being recycled. The latest products are also developed by better batteries, and the phones are water resistant, which saves a lot of phone consumption. However, these actions are not enough for sustainable work. We cannot deny the fact that 77% of Apple's greenhouse emissions comes from the production process. And in the term of productions, Apple is constantly releasing new products with slightly new technological updates and design. This contributes to more unnecessary consumption, even though the prices of the products are very high. So, is it only Apple's fault? Don't the consumers have some responsibility themselves? As long as there are demand on the market, Apple will continue to supply it. So further on to the interesting thought I have. Every time you're buying a new Apple product, they are coming with such as headphones, adapter, and a charger. My question is, why don't you get the option to just buy the phone? Me, for example, I have 4 chargers at home just because I get a new one every time I buy a new phone. And more than that, Apple continued to change the plugs for the headphones and the charger, and this contributes so much electronic waste. Therefore, my suggestion is that Apple should offer the consumers to buy their products with or without accompanied products. Moreover, Apple products are difficult to repair, and they often advise you to buy new products instead of repairing the problems. Therefore, my recommendation is that Apple should make their products more modular and thereby still be able to make profits from repairs and selling spare parts. I would also like to mention that economic growth drives innovation, which may have positive impact on the environment. For instance, nowadays we can FaceTime and study from the other side of the planet instead of flying there. My recommendation is not just to Apple, it's for all companies. They should stop producing new products with just slightly new updates. It's not fair for the planet because consumers will buy them and companies knows that. Also, the second important thing is that companies should offer better repairs so we don't buy new things all the time. We need to use the existing products. Consumers have some responsibility themselves, of course, but the main focus should be on the companies, and they need to act now. Because of the environmental changes, Australia is in fire. People need to escape from their houses. People are dying, and companies continue thinking about the money. The companies need to act for the environment and our lives. And that is now. Not tomorrow or later. It's now or never.